What is sociology of organizations and bureaucracy? The sociology of organizations and bureaucracy studies how people work together in structured groups to achieve goals, and how these systems of coordination affect both individuals and society. Every large group of people, whether a school, hospital, government office, company, or charity, functions as an organization. These organizations shape our daily lives more than we realize. From the way we receive education and healthcare to how we are governed and employed, organizations and bureaucracies form the backbone of modern social life. An organization is a structured system where people cooperate to reach specific goals. It is guided by rules, roles, and responsibilities. The sociology of organizations looks at how these systems operate, how power is distributed, how decisions are made, and how people behave within them. It also studies why organizations succeed or fail, how they change over time, and how they influence human values and society as a whole. One of the most influential thinkers in this field was the German sociologist Max Weber. He introduced the concept of bureaucracy as the most efficient and rational form of organization for modern societies. According to Weber, bureaucracy is a system based on clear rules, hierarchy, division of labor, and merit-based recruitment. In a bureaucratic organization, everyone knows their duties, decisions are made according to established procedures, and personal feelings are kept separate from official work. Weber called this structure rational legal authority, which means that power comes from laws and rules, not from personal charisma or family connections. Weber described bureaucracy as the ideal model for large organizations because it allows them to operate efficiently, predictably, and fairly. For example, a government office or a bank cannot run on personal relationships alone. It needs written rules, record-keeping, and standardized procedures to handle thousands of cases fairly. In theory, bureaucracy removes favoritism and ensures that people are judged by their competence rather than by who they know. However, Weber also warned that bureaucracy could become a steel cage that traps individuals in rigid systems and takes away their creativity and freedom. In a highly bureaucratic environment, workers may feel powerless, their work may become repetitive, and decisions can take too long because of excessive rules and paperwork. This balance between efficiency and humanity remains a major question in the sociology of organizations today. Other sociologists expanded on Weber's ideas. Robert K. Merton pointed out that bureaucracies often create trained incapacity, where people follow rules so strictly that they fail to think critically or adapt to new situations. For example, a hospital administrator might refuse to help a patient because a form is missing, even when the situation is urgent. Merton showed how bureaucracy can sometimes lose its original purpose, serving people, and instead become obsessed with maintaining procedures. Another important contribution came from Chester Barnard, who viewed organizations as cooperative systems. He believed that organizations depend not only on rules and structures but also on communication and willingness to cooperate. For him, successful organizations are those where people feel motivated and respected. Barnard's perspective reminds us that behind every structure are human beings who need purpose and connection. The sociology of organizations also studies how power and authority are distributed within institutions. Michel Crozier, a French sociologist, argued that bureaucracy often creates power struggles and resistance to change. When people are trapped in rigid hierarchies, they may try to gain control in small ways, such as withholding information or slowing down processes. These behaviors can make organizations less flexible and less effective. Modern sociology examines how organizations evolve in response to globalization, technology, and cultural change. In the 21st century, traditional bureaucracies are transforming. Many companies now prefer flatter structures with fewer layers of hierarchy, promoting teamwork and innovation instead of strict rules. Technology has also changed how organizations function. Emails, video calls, and artificial intelligence make decision-making faster and communication easier. Yet, even in this digital age, bureaucracy still exists, especially in governments, large corporations, and international institutions, because it ensures stability and accountability. Organizations also play a key role in shaping identity and behavior. People spend a large part of their lives working within these systems. Their sense of self, discipline, and social status often depend on their role in an organization. For example, a teacher, nurse, or civil servant identifies strongly with their profession and workplace culture. Sociologists study how organizations influence individuals' values, motivations, and emotions. They also explore how organizational culture, shared beliefs and practices, affects performance and job satisfaction. Organizations are not isolated from society, they reflect its values and inequalities. Gender, class, and ethnicity often affect who gets promoted, whose voice is heard, and who holds power. Feminist sociologists have shown that many organizations reproduce social inequalities by keeping women in lower positions or limiting their participation in leadership roles. Similarly, racial and economic disparities often shape hiring and workplace culture. Understanding these dynamics helps sociologists suggest reforms for more equal and inclusive organizations. In recent years, the sociology of organizations has also turned its focus toward ethics, accountability, and public trust. Scandals in politics, corporations, and religious institutions have shown how organizational power can be misused. Sociologists now explore how transparency, moral leadership, and ethical rules can help rebuild trust and ensure that organizations serve the public good rather than private interests. The study of organizations and bureaucracy also connects to social development. Non-governmental organizations, community groups, and international agencies play vital roles in education, health, and human rights. Their success depends on how well they are structured and managed. Sociologists analyze their internal functioning to make them more effective and people-centered. In simple terms, the sociology of organizations and bureaucracy helps us understand the invisible systems that run our lives. It explains how cooperation and order are maintained in complex societies, but also warns us about the dangers of overregulation, rigidity, and power imbalances. While bureaucracy gives us stability and fairness, it can also take away flexibility and human warmth. The key challenge for modern societies is to balance structure with freedom, efficiency with empathy, and rules with creativity. If you enjoyed learning about the sociology of organizations and bureaucracy and want to explore more sociological theories that explain how society works, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more educational and inspiring content.